Here at 501 Nelson Street. Welcome back to our longtime members, our returning guests, and our new people, and all the people watching us now on Zoom, and those who will watch us later on YouTube. This month's power is June, is imagination. The color is light blue. The apostle is Bartholomew, and it is so situated between the eyes. It's all about the ability to image, picture, conceptualize, envision, and dream. The affirmation is, I envision good unfolding in every area of my life. At Unity of London, we celebrate the spirit of abundance, life and love in our community as we grow together. We learn the joys of giving as well as receiving from each other. Now we have the 5 principles, if you would read them with me. Number 1, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. I am naturally good because God's divinity is within me and in everyone. I create my experience by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. Through affirmative prayer, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. I do my best by living the truth I know. I make a difference. And how do we make a difference? By being the change we want to see in the world. And how do we do that? By reaching out and helping someone. By providing fellowship, sharing a smile or a kind word, volunteering our time to help others. Everyone is welcome at Unity of London to take part in our service, book studies, and courses that we offer. Next, we have a song called Our Thoughts, Our Prayers by Eric Hansen.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, the tools that we create with. Our thoughts are prayers that spirit resonates with. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of mindfulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, know that God is always there, and every thought becomes a prayer.
That was a pretty song. Unity was formed on prayer. Silent Unity started over 150 years ago by our co-founder Myrtle Fillmore, who used to reply to prayer requests by handwritten letters, later by a team of typists. And now we can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY and receive one-on-one prayer 24/7, 365 days a year, and online. Here at 501 Nelson Street, we have a prayer box at the front of the sanctuary where you can put the first name of the person you want to pray for on a slip of paper like this and put it in the prayer box. The prayer requests are prayed over by our prayer chaplains for 30 days and then are sent on to Silent Unity for 30 more days of prayer. Today you can pray with Don Briglio, one of our prayer chaplains, after the service, in our prayer room through the fellowship room and up the orange stairs. Our online prayer chaplain will also be available to pray with anyone online who wishes to pray after the service. Just put a request in your chat and we'll arrange a private room to pray with Wilda. Now let's go into prayer. If you're comfortable, close your eyes or dim your gaze. Take a deep breath and relax into your chair. Put your feet flat on the floor and your hands facing upwards in your lap, if you're comfortable doing so. As we come together this morning, we are grateful for the opportunity to spend this time with our Unity community. We bless everyone attending spiritual gatherings, knowing that there are many paths to the one God. We bless all those watching on Zoom at home and those who will watch us later on YouTube. This month, we hold in prayer Unity Center of Winnipeg and Unity Christ Center of Truth, Etobicoke. Today, as we pray, we are grateful for this time together. Alert and focused, we breathe into this powerful moment.
There you go. I
We
really
open our
knew what
hearts
it was like for everything
that recognize the healing power of God, the source of wholeness and well-being. We turn within to inexhaustible and ever-flowing divine life. Compassionately, we acknowledge our human experience. Struggles and challenges come and go, but no human condition can hinder the flow of divine life. We heal as we shift our awareness to our spiritual natures and find that God and I, divine life and I, are one. We always have ready access to the fullness of life. Healing is happening in every moment of spiritual awareness. Knowing that wholeness and well-being are innate, we celebrate our capacity to thrive in every circumstance. With grateful hearts, we heal, and so it is. Amen. And now I invite up Renee Sawa to read the daily word and introduce our speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Today's daily word is zeal. Zeal, that's a nice way to say that word. Z. Anyway. Divine zeal is my impulse to accomplish great things. Toward the end of his long life, Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore famously wrote, "I fairly sizzle with zeal, enthusiasm, and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me." This story shows me that, as a divine gift, zeal is always mine to call upon, no matter my age or the state of my life. It is the impulse that makes me eager to rise in the morning and gives me energy to get started on the day's tasks. It drives me to give me the best of myself to those people and things I care about most. Zeal is quickening, enlivening energy that helps me feel the presence of God within and bring that presence to life in a way that only I can. I sizzle with zeal, with passion and enthusiasm. I live, love, and serve. Do not lag in zeal. Be ardent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Romans 12:11. Today's speaker is Gary Obermuller. Gary was born in British Guiana, which is now the Independent Republic of Guyana. He came to Canada in 1989 with his kids and wife, 2 children. He was introduced to Silent Unity by his mom around 1970. A man by the name of Laurie DeJong was the spiritual leader and his mentor. He started attending Unity of London around 2003 under the leadership of Reverend Laurie Hisson. He is grateful to be here. Please join me in welcoming Gary with his message, The Power of Imagination.
Who's that guy? I love him. Yes. Thank you very much for your introduction, Renee. Merci beaucoup. I would like to start with a joke. I was doing some research on this very presentation online, and there was a joke that came up. It was an interview. And the manager of the company was interviewing this potential employee. He says, so what do you think exactly qualifies you to be a manager in this company? Well, sir, I have 500 people under me at my last job. And what was your last job? I worked in a cemetery. So it really caught me off when I saw that joke. I had to think of it. Oh, that's what it is. So I thought I'd share it with you, and I'm happy to hear a chuckle from you too. Now, the faculty of imagination, the power of imagination. As Unity shows, it is. We'll have some stuff over my notes. Okay, just a while. Thank you. Yes. It is represented by the Apostle Bartholomew, located between the eyes, you may say the third eye, and the color is light blue. Imagination, according to Dr. Paul Hasselbeck and Cher Holton in a seminar they held. I think Dr. Paul Hasselbeck is a member of Unity, if I'm correct. And he says, imagination is the ability to visualize, conceptualize, and envision. I also did a check of that on AI. I Googled it, and it says it's a powerful tool for creativity, problem solving, and even personal growth. Very powerful, isn't it? Now, Dr. Paul Hasselbeck gave 2 categories of imagination. It says imagination from the standpoint of the ego or personality. And that is the ability to do the above through the senses, like seeing, hearing, tasting. And then thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. The second is elevated consciousness. That is the ability to imagine and envision based on ideas, truths, principles, and divine laws. That's a different category there. It takes more of you. I would say it comes from the soul. It comes from the inner man. How do we use our imagination? We can do so. We do use our imagination every day. But one of the things is that kids, they use their imagination a lot. And we have to encourage them to do that, even when it looks outlandish. Allow them to make believe. Allow them to play. As adults, we use our imagination, I might say, in more constructive ways, maybe too constructive at times. We tend to get it locked into a box, just in our sphere. And you don't want to come out of that sphere. I was on Dundas Street a few weeks back. I parked in that area, Dundas and Wellington. I was in my vehicle, and I noticed an old guy. And he had a smile on his face, and walking with that chip, a pep in his step. And I began to wonder, what is it? Why is he so kind of happy? Is it the thoughts in his mind? Whatever it is. It was his stuff. He might have been on drugs, I don't know. But whatever it is, he was up there and happy, with a smile on his face and, as they say, pep in his step. I was reading this book, The Power of Imagination, as they say, excuse me. Cultivating the Power of Imagination. Thank you very much. It was written by Evelyn Lim. And she says, the power of imagination can bring us on exciting adventures to fantasy, playgrounds, and rides on rainbows. Maybe that guy was riding on a rainbow. And that is beautiful. It's okay. We were born to soar. We have everyday examples, of course. Our imagination can cause us to be in trouble, because we have to be careful what we let our thoughts go on. Is it the negative stuff or the positive stuff? When we started out this morning, we sang a song about dreams. Our imagination can manifest those dreams. At work, now and then the guys would say, Gary, you're living the dream. And I'd say, no, I am the dream. I want you guys here to know that you are the dream. You look at it, especially the women, just a century ago or so, they were not considered human. They were not considered being people. Today, women are more independent. They are more in charge of businesses. They are occupying managerial positions in their occupations. It is the dream of the women in a previous era. You're living it now. I am living the dream of my forefathers, unapologetically. The people who slaved in plantations, the people who dreamed that one day they will be free. I am living that dream unapologetically. And I want to be a blessing as a result of those dreams. And that's what is my mission here. To live that dream to the glory of God, to be a blessing. I remember as a kid, I grew up in a mining town called Mackenzie. My dad was a carpenter. He worked for a Canadian company called Alcan. They mined alumina which is the raw ore for aluminum. Actually, it's called bauxite. From bauxite, you got alumina. From the alumina, you got aluminum. So I saw lots of earth-moving equipment in that area. Bulldozers, graders, skidders, drag lines, excavators. I came to Canada, and what do I see? More of those machines. And I realized it's a dream I'm living. I've worked in the areas. I had the opportunity to drive a bulldozer. When I was a kid, my mom bought me a little bulldozer, battery operated. I was all excited to see it move until the battery died. But then I see it's the dream of my parents. I'm living this dream unapologetically. It's a dream that is divine. God put it in their hearts. I remember my dad speaking to one of his friends who had come back from the United States. He says, "Can you help my son to get to the States?" And he said something like, "Well, you know, at his age, he can be misled and so on and so on." And that was okay, whatever concern it was. But many years later, I happened to be here in Canada with a wife and 2 kids, well, the then wife. And it's like, wow, how did I do that? It's a dream. And we're all living a dream in our own specific ways. You live that dream. Keep dreaming. It's part of the power of imagination. Without imagination, there is no dream. You may take a note of that. Without the power of imagination, there is no dream. So, how do we continue to foster or cultivate this power of imagination? Dr. Hasselbeck says, pay attention to the world around you. Notice sights, sounds, colors, scents, patterns, textures. Question on question answers. Dare to question. Grab some blank paper and doodle. Make up stories about your doodling. Travel off beaten paths and record new experiences. You can go to a country, for example, where people say, "Oh, no, don't go there." Maybe you're called to go there. Maybe there are certain experiences for you to go there. It's part of the dream, maybe. Welcome analogies and metaphors into your life. For example, my car is like, because this clock is like, because how this is difficult, this customer would like a pencil. Tear pictures and words out of magazines and paste them into a collage that reflects your goals and dreams. I've done that. Go outside and look up at the clouds. See how many different pictures you can see. I think kids like to do that. As adults, we can get back into that glee, that excitement of life. Going outside and watch the clouds, if you can watch them. Maybe on a cloudy day. Take 365 guilt-free vacations each year. This means doing something every single day that is fun, different, and exciting. It can be 10 minutes or the entire day. But every day, build a mini vacation. That is something I think I can work towards. Maybe I can do it at work sometimes. Schedule a 20-minute meditation time. And sit quietly. You can listen to soft music, light a candle, or use a guided imagery CD. Just allow yourself to visualize whatever comes to mind. Begin capturing your dreams and reflecting on the messages they bring you. Improve your storytelling ability. Woohoo! Yes, I like telling stories too. Back to the mining town. I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. We used to go across a canal by way of a pipe about maybe about 18 inches in diameter. And this one day, my friends went across ahead of me. And when it was my turn, there were some guys, they probably noticed that I was a bit nervous about stepping because the water was deep. I couldn't swim. I knew that if I fell into the canal, I would possibly drown. So I stepped, and I heard like chuckling in the background, everybody watching. And I couldn't do it. I wasn't encouraged. They were laughing at me. So I had to walk all the way around where the canal ended on a road there and meet up with my friends. They waited on me. But what I want to show you is that there are people in your life who would encourage your dreams. They would encourage your ideals. And then there are others who would scoff at your dreams, who would discourage you. Who would you want to be around? You want to be around the people who tell you that, oh, you can't do it. No, you want to be around with people who are positive, people who are encouraging you. They want to bring the best out in you, right? They want to bring the best out of you. And that's the people I want to hang out with. I don't want to hang out with people who are going to tear me down. And I hope I'm not one of those who would tear down people. And so life is like this. What do we want? In the power of our imagination, we have choices. What do you want? What is your dream? You can write that dream out. You can draw it. You can draw your dream. Maybe a house, you put it. Go a step further in the higher form of imagination. Try to imagine what that house, what kind of furniture would be in that house. What kind of a stove? Maybe a gas range, electric range. I like gas. Whatever it is, you work towards it. It's something in the making. If it's a car, what type of car? You dream of it. We begin with dreams. Is it to leave your native land, as some people? They began with dreams. I dreamt about that long before I came here. This guy I know is a Jehovah's Witness. I was about 22 or so. Yeah. And he knocked on my door. I came out and he says he had something to tell me about Bible and so on. So I invited him into the house. He asked me, well, what do I do? You seem to be having a pretty relaxed day. I said, yes, I was in bed and I was dreaming about traveling abroad. He said, I used to dream. I had those dreams. And those dreams came true for me. I was invited to the Watchtower Society in the United States, and I studied there for about 8 months. And it was very good. I can say now, my dream has come true too in traveling. But not just in Canada. I traveled to the United States. I traveled to Cuba, my first trip outside of Canada. Then I went to Morocco. Then to India, Bhutan. I said, it's a dream. You got to dream the dream. Where do you want to travel? Where do you want to go? I'm very thankful for my life. It's not perfect, but it's perfectly okay for me. And I want to conclude by encouraging everyone here to dream. Dream big. Dream big. Dream about blessing, not just yourself, but others. Being blessed and being a blessing. That is the key. We are blessed to bless. This is unity. I'm thankful for this unity. Thankful for the people who brought me here, the people who have encouraged me to make this presentation. Thankful for you all. Thank you. So we're going into a meditation now. And yes, I can stand. This is a meditation of peace. And just relax. Be comfortable in your seats. Close your eyes comfortably. Take 3 deep breaths. And repeat after me in a low tone or mentally or in a low tone. I am from the light. I am light. I am from the light. I am light. I am from the light. I am light. Now focus your attention to the tips of your toes and the soles of your feet. Imagine that there is white light emanating from your feet, going outwards in all directions. Let your imagination see this light moving upwards, your lower leg, towards your knees, towards your hips, towards the trunk of your body, your back, your stomach, your chest, your upper back, your neck, your shoulders, your head. This light is emanating and moving outwards, further and further away, up, down, sideways, behind you, in front of you. You are the light. This peaceful light is moving through this neighborhood. It's moving through the city. It's moving through this province. It's moving through this entire country of Canada, through the North American continent, upwards, outwards. And it surrounds the earth. You see the earth with this light around it, emanating through it. It's a beautiful white light. It's calming. It's peaceful. It's lovely. It is from love, divine love. It's active. And you repeat after me now. It is done. You may now open your eyes gently and be aware of your surroundings. Thank you. Take this off.
Well, thank you so much, Gary, for that amusing, inspiring, thought-provoking, and heartfelt talk. Your very first talk for the Unity of London. Well done. I really appreciated the quotes I wrote down. Without the power of imagination, there is no dream. That is such a really important thing to hang on to. It was my dream to stand up here and not be scared. Okay, now where am I? Okay, we have a song. How can I serve you today? this is the time for us to share our treasures with our spiritual community. As Renee and Dave pass the blue bags around, please hold your hand over it and bless it before you pass it on. So we could say our prosperity blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. And now our announcements. We have the London Kids Choir coming next Sunday. That's going to be really exciting. And we're going to have a love offering bowl that's available for everyone to add to as well. And we're wondering if we could bring extra goodies because there's going to be lots and lots of people. Now, we also have a brief town hall update prior to the barbecue on June 22nd, and that will hopefully include some of our community members. We'll see if they come out. We do have to refinance our mortgage, so we are looking at a fund drive for that starting in July of this year. So we do have to refinance. So anybody who would like to help fundraise for that, that would be great. We need a volunteer coordinator. We need someone who will be essential in guiding others to help build our community. The qualities include organizational skills, interactive, positive, clear communication abilities, ability to establish clear guidelines for tasks, and quick to celebrate the achievements of others. So anybody who wants to do that, we would welcome them. Thank you very much. And our Sacred Circle will be happening, although Chuck's not here today, someone else will be leading it. So that'll happen from 12 to 1 today after fellowship time. And we still have our Wednesday night music happening with Jim Chapman this week, June 4th. It starts at 7:30 to 9, and Jim will be presenting Allison Brown, Donnie Bentham, and Darcy Corbett. So you can advance tickets can be purchased at jimchapman.rogers.com, or you can pay the $10 at the door. So your donations help keep Unity of London alive and thriving. So we appreciate any gifts you can provide by check, by MasterCard, Visa, or debit, or using the Tidely site. So we'll just read our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yea, God. And now we'll all gather in a circle to sing our peace song.